What I'm about to tell you will shatter everything you think you know about family, about forgiveness, and about the invisible threads that bind us to our past. This is Sarah. And in exactly 3 minutes, she's going to meet her son for the first time in 27 years. He just doesn't know it yet. But first, let me tell you how a mother's love survived the unthinkable. In 1997, Sarah Martinez was 22, working 3 jobs, and 8 months pregnant. She had dreams, wanted to be a teacher, wanted to give her unborn son everything she never had. She'd whisper to him every night, "Mijo, one day we'll have our own little house with a garden where you can play." She already had his name picked out, Alexander. Little Alex. But sometimes, life has other plans. The seizures came without warning. Preeclampsia, they called it. Sarah's body was shutting down, and so was Alex's chance of survival. "Miss Martinez, we need to operate now," the doctor had said. "There are complications. You might not remember everything when you wake up." When Sarah opened her eyes 3 weeks later, her world had collapsed. The medical bills had consumed everything. Her memory was fractured. And Alex? The social worker's words still echo in her mind. "A loving family has adopted him. He'll have every opportunity you wanted to give him." What she didn't know was that the loving family was the Blackstone empire, billionaires who would raise her son as their own, erasing every trace of the woman who gave him life. Grief does things to a person. Sarah couldn't hold a job. Every child's laugh reminded her of Alex. She couldn't stay in one place. Every nursery window she passed felt like a knife to her heart. Years blurred together. The woman who once dreamed of teaching children became invisible to the world. Just another face in the crowd, another story no one wanted to hear. But a mother never forgets. And Sarah spent 27 years with one hope keeping her alive, that somehow, someday, she'd see her son again. She had no idea he was about to walk right past her. Alexander Blackstone. Harvard MBA. Heir to a billion-dollar empire. Everything his birth mother had dreamed he could become, and everything she couldn't recognize. As he hurried toward the restaurant, Sarah, nervous, stepped forward. "Excuse me, sir? Could you spare?" "Not today. Try the mission down the street." But something made Sarah freeze. Something about his walk, the way he held his shoulders. "Wait, please, could you look at me?" "Look, lady, I don't have time for." And in that instant, Sarah saw it. The same deep brown eyes she'd memorized during those precious 8 months. The same small scar on his left temple from the emergency C-section. "You want money? Here's some advice instead. Get cleaned up, get a job, stop making your problems everyone else's responsibility." Each word hit Sarah like a physical blow. Trembling, she held out a photograph. "Please, just look at this. I think you might be." "What is this, some kind of scam? You think showing me some random baby picture is going to guilt me into?" He stopped mid-sentence. The photograph showed a newborn with the exact same birthmark on his wrist. The same birthmark Alexander unconsciously touched when he was nervous. For a split second, Alexander's world tilted. But pride is a powerful drug. "This is ridiculous. My parents are Charles and Victoria Blackstone. I don't know what game you're playing, but..." "Alexander, mijo, it's me." The name hit him like a thunderbolt. No one had called him that since the dreams. The dreams of a woman's voice singing Spanish lullabies. Suddenly, 27 years of buried memories began clawing their way to the surface. Flashbacks of warm hands, the scent of vanilla and hope. No, this isn't. My mother died. They told me she died. I never died, mijo. I've been looking for you every single day." She reached into her worn bag and pulled out a small, hand-knitted blanket. "I made this for you. It was the only thing they let me finish before they took you away." Alexander stared at the blanket. Deep in his memory, he remembered the texture, the smell of love woven into every stitch. And that's when Alexander realized the devastating truth. Every cruel word, every dismissive glance, every time he'd walked past someone like her without seeing their humanity, he'd been walking past pieces of his own story. Alexander sank onto a nearby bench. Sarah sat beside him. All these years, They told me you didn't want me, that you chose drugs over me. I chose you every day, mijo. Even when I had nothing else to choose. She showed him more photographs, clippings she'd collected over the years. Your graduation from high school. I was there, in the back. Your college graduation. I saved up for 3 months just to afford the bus ticket to see you walk across that stage. Every achievement Alexander thought was witnessed only by his adoptive parents had been quietly celebrated by a mother who never stopped believing in the son she never stopped loving. I called you a waste of space. I told you to get a job. Oh God, what have I become? Sarah took Alexander's hands in hers, the same hands that once cradled him. You became exactly who you were meant to be, mijo. Strong, successful, capable of changing the world. But I lost my heart somewhere along the way. No, you didn't. It was just waiting for the right moment to remember. Alexander noticed Sarah shivering in the rain. Come on, please. Let me. Can I buy you dinner? Can we start over? Sarah's face lit up with a joy that 27 years of pain couldn't extinguish. I'd like that very much. Inside the restaurant, Alexander and Sarah sat across from each other. Over the next 3 hours, they rebuilt a bridge that had been burned by circumstance but never truly destroyed by time. He learned about her struggles, her dreams, her unwavering love. I want to help. I want to make up for lost time. The only thing I ever wanted was to know you were happy and loved. You are both of those things. But are you? Are you happy? I am now. 6 months later, Alexander Blackstone broke ground on the Sarah Martinez Center, a facility providing housing, job training, and family reunification services for homeless parents. A sign out front reads, "Everyone has a story worth hearing." But the real transformation wasn't in the buildings he built or the lives he changed. It was in the man he became when he realized that the beggar on the street might be carrying the greatest treasure of all. Alexander and Sarah stood side by side, laughing together, both wearing matching bracelets engraved with mijo and mummy. The love that never died. If this story touched something deep in your heart, if it reminded you that every person you pass has a story, a dream, a love that defines them, share one word below that describes how you're feeling right now. Because sometimes, the people we need most are hiding in the places we least expect to find them.